I want another 2-hour long game.
I don't want to go too late.
We will figure out
when we get there.
I don't want to go too late
with that.
So let me just get this straight. We're ending at noon, right?
Noon tomorrow, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Noon tomorrow. What is going on? Okay.
Nothing, because you aren't doing anything. Come on,
This is like when we used to play with Ninden when he was in New Zealand. Holy shit. It was like 4 o'clock the next day when we would play it.
I was just about to get going, then I started in a coughing fit. Okay, so when we last saw our group, they had separated. Draskin and Damien left the underground city in search of an adventure to the Frozen Man. They had fought some guards and followed a path that was familiar to Damien back out of the Drow City, where you guys, well, the last we saw, you were just outside the cave. The rest of you guys, Twiggy had spent some time kind of gathering information from some other people just around the area there. Sorry, I got distracted there. And I believe the rest of you guys were kind of just muddling around, went to bed, and we are going to, at one point here, fast forward a little bit in time, but if there's anything, smart ones, if there's anything you guys want to do before we kind of fast forward, now would be the time.
I want to get a sword made, if at all possible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you probably need that.
I am using a long sword, which is not great.
You need a short
You're
sword.
welcome.
Correct?
I need anything
rapier.
other than a long sword.
Yep.
A rapier would be good, but I can deal with anything.
So you're able to kind
I
of...
have this! And Freya held out her extra axe.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the Civil War thing. You guys gotta go find Man of the Spider to join your side. So
Look at the giant spider in that cave. He'll be our Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're able to easily find though. I mean, they want you guys to help, so you're pretty easily able to find a like a rapier or like an armory where you're able to kind of get what you need, very simply. So if you were looking for a rapier, you find one very easily.
Sweet.
It's not the best quality. It's a standard one. It's made out of the same kind of black stone that most of the Drow weaponry is made out of.
Completely fine. I just need something else.
Absolutely. That's right. I forgot you keep losing all your weapons. So.
Well, I haven't lost the longsword yet.
That's true.
You need a chain of returning.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, right. Anything else anyone
How much
wanted
is
to
it?
do? Oh, the sword? You're able to just kind of take it.
Oh, for free? Okay.
Yeah, there's a group of Drow that kind of like keep track of the like extra weaponry, and like I said, they want your help, so they just kind of hand you one, and for the true king, and they hand it to you.
Even so, as soon as they hand it to me, even though they said they didn't want any money, I offer them 10 gold.
They take it, they add it to like a pack that's kind of underneath this table in this huge cutout tree. Just adding it to the coffers.
Fairly well.
They would just nod at you. Anything else anyone wants to do?
Remind me again what you guys are waiting for. Anything?
It was like a raid on the queen or something.
We're waiting for tomorrow to figure out what the heck we want to do. But
Yeah,
as
Dawn
for
plan.
things to do, Twiggy would like to try to summon Javant.
What do you mean you would try to summon Javon?
Well, Twiggy has watched you summon him a few times, and he wants to know what the hell is going on with you, so...
So, tell me what you do. What does Twiggy do to try and replicate what you've seen Damien do so many times.
Okay, so first I take out the materials that I always see Damien take out, and since I can't remember if he's ever actually said it, I'm just gonna say that he takes it out. Then he is going to start a little chant using the words that Twiggy thinks Damien uses, ultimately bursting out into song halfway through this chant, trying to summon Shavant. And at the very end of it, he's gonna look, and if there's a poof of smoke, he's gonna be like, Shavant!
So, the poof of smoke goes off, and as the smoke kind of fades away, there's nothing there. You're just kind of staring and wondering what you did wrong. Maybe you know what you did wrong, maybe you don't. But then all of a sudden, that's ruined. But then all of a sudden, you hear a little thud in some leaves behind you.
Take that, Damien.
And as you turn around and look, laying in the leaves there is actually the oh my gosh, I totally forgot what type of musical instrument it was. Lute? Was it a lute? No. What was it you were having fixed by that guy?
Valid?
Crap.
You mean my fiddle?
Your fiddle, yes, your fiddle. One you're having fixed by the Gold Coast Elf way back when.
Yep, my fiddle.
Your fiddle. So it kind of, you see it like laying there, and then I assume you pick it up. You take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up, take it, and go, huh, special delivery, I guess.
And as you're kind of looking at it, a small little colorful bird just kind of lands on the fiddle and just kind of looks at you and starts singing the same song you were just singing.
Shavant, you changed!
Speaking birds, smacks it.
And like as it's singing, it kind of changes colors a couple different times, and it just kind of hops around. Just really excited to be there with you. And it just kind of hops around.
Twiggy
really
and the bird are just gonna start jamming out together.
And if you look closely, you'll notice that the bird actually has its very own tiny little instrument that it seems to pull from nowhere.
Son of a bitch.
Did he get Find Familiar too? Is that what happened?
Yes, I think yes, he did.
I didn't even know bards could get Find Familiar.
I didn't either, but he said he could get it somehow or something.
They can't, but if you're a lore bard, you can draw from other.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can pick 2 spells that you get from any other thing.
Mhm.
Of course.
Typically, you take useful things like Counterspell and the one Warlock spell that I can't remember the name of.
Eldritch Blast.
That,
Yes.
but no, find familiar works too.
Well,
Screw that.
Hey,
don't judge too quickly.
It'll come in handy plenty of times, especially when it's ripping on Damien.
Or if it ends up being best friends with Javant.
Or if Shavant needs it.
That could also happen. Okay, so Twiggy now has a little blue. I created a little token for your little bird as well. You should be able to move it around.
Thank you.
Words.
What? Oh, Pet Wars.
The
I
red-
just noticed that.
Pet Wars.
Kings of Lore, Pet Wars. Okay, anything else anyone would like to do?
Can I, once we exit sort of the drow underbelly, can I go up to Damien, put my hand on his shoulder, and go, thanks for getting me out of there and everything, especially the invisibility, but it's just now dawning on me, we're murderers.
Wait, are we going too? Thought you're like taking turns.
No, anyone who's ready to
Yeah, I
stay or
figured it was
do
just
something,
anyone.
go right ahead.
Oh, I'd be like, how so?
Those guards we killed, they probably have families. You know, mothers, wives, daughters, sons. they were just questioning us, and I mean, I won't lie. I did kill a good number of them too, so I'm to be held responsible for this as well. But we murdered those men.
I just kind of pull up my cloak and I say, I suppose so.
I mean, trust me, I'm not going to get murdered, but we are murderers down there.
Just as soon as I say that, without even listening, I just reach in my pack and pull out the 2 horse cards that I have, and I'm going to summon both of those.
Did you just do this out of the blue?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, you use the horse cards, and you kind of throw them down and kind of wish upon a card. And the card kind of like forms itself kind of like into a horse almost. And it's got, both of the horses that form are the same color. They're both like a brown color. They both have all the necessary items that are required to ride, including like saddlebags on either side for storage. But the moment they show up in this kind of blizzarding snow, they both kind of begin to start to panic.
Hold on. I don't have anything for that. I'll just do a nature check to try and calm them down. Or animal handling, I guess.
Handle handling? You can roll a handle handling.
Handle handling. Animal handling.
That one will work.
Boom.
So yeah, you're able to kind of approach them, and as you kind of like reach out, kind of like wondering how you do this and what you do, you find that just by simply, you kind of give them like a little pet kind of on the nose, and they kind of are on whatever you pet a horse. That makes sense, I guess, on the head.
Yeah, on the snout.
Yeah, snout. That's where snout. That's what I was looking for. And they kind of just calm down, and they kind of look at you with approval.
I kind of start to latch myself on. I've ridden a horse before, and as I get on, I look back to Drass and I say, "Ever ridden a horse before?"
What are the chances there being horses where he comes from in a sky city?
There might be things like horses, but they're not like used the same way a horse is used here. No, maybe not like up high, not like where you're from, really. But
yeah, because he never really went down to the Feywild. That's why he has no real knowledge of the Feywild. He just mostly knows of the Sky City.
Right.
He never really left the city.
Yeah, so no, you probably don't know much about them.
Red a horse? I don't even know what a horse is. What are these things? Get on!
Transport.
Okay. Draskin proceeds to try to get onto the horse. But he's very like haphazard about it. He's like grabbing it with all of his limbs and just holding on to it. Like, what do I do?
You can roll animal handling.
Oh shit! I have to roll something. Okay.
Yes.
Why is animal handling wisdom?
Well, either way, you're able to kind of like mimic what Damien is doing. And with relative ease, you learn really quickly kind of like what it takes to kind of feel comfortable on this beast, on this animal, as you kind of just mimic what Damien does.
And to explain animal handling being wisdom, it's like driving a car. You can know how to drive the car, but that doesn't mean you can actually do it. Wisdom is more being able to do it.
I figured it would have been charisma, like Pathfinder and such.
Oh, that might be a good argument.
Hey, fine. Me.
Well, I guess if it's transport, lead the way.
And are you guys heading up or down?
Up.
And I'm following Damien.
Okay. And just to make sure, anyone else would like to do anything? I will take that as a no. So it's at this point we fast forward. Was going to be a little bit longer, but because of the horse, I will say it's definitely a little bit quicker. The horses you find are oddly stronger than normal, Damien. You're familiar with a horse. You said you've ridden a horse before. These ones clearly seem to be more adapt to, for whatever reason, they seem very adapted to even this cold weather. More so than probably you and Draskin even are. They don't seem to require a lot of breaking or even a lot of food. They just seem to just kind of march on as you require them to do. So there are no worries with the horses in that regard. But about a week goes by. It takes what seems like a lot longer than it did previously, though the path seems a little bit different as you march to the top. Eventually, about a week later, your rations are probably beginning to run lower. You're cold. You're probably hungry. You're thirsty. But you reach the peak. The first thing you notice is that it is definitely different than it was the last time you were here. In place of the encampment, in place of the little like lean-to encampment that used to be there before, there is now actually a really old wooden shack. Off to the right, where the frozen man once stood in his frozen, or kneeled rather, in his frozen block, there is simply just a very large blue flag, torn and faded with the weather and the cold and the constant wind. You just see simply a picture of a like a crest, like an ancient civilization symbol marking this territory as their own, and it's just simply a picture of a white dragon.
Shit. Well, as we kind of ride up and we pressed up on the top, and I kind of look around and I'm kind of looking confused, and I'm like, this isn't right.
I think Draskin went AFK for a minute, so.
Oh, okay.
Just got
Oh, he's back. Go ahead.
what is it supposed to look like?
Supposed to be, and I'm kind of like pointing over there, and I'm looking around, and I'm kind of stroking my chin, and you said there was a hut.
Yeah, it's like an old rickety shack. It's probably the size of like a large bedroom, maybe 10 by 15.
Say, that seems a place to check. So I'll kind of lead my horse over there and dismount over by there.
I follow.
And I'll kind of dismount and then just kind of go up and kind of awkwardly knock on the door.
As you knock on the door from the inside, you first hear a loud thud. Then like silence for a minute. Then you hear feet just crunch, kind of thudding its way on the old wooden boards up to the door. And the window is frosted over, so you can't really see anyone looking through, but you swear you see a pair of eyes kind of glancing out of the door.
Say, hello?
Who are you?
Travelers.
Well, who in the hell would travel up here?
That's what I'd like to ask you.
Do you have any supplies?
What would you need?
Food. You have any food? Firewood? Was that a horse?
I kind of look back at Draskin, like, kind of give him like a look, like, well, do you have anything?
I got some things, but not a lot. This entire time, Draskin's been playing with that light-changing candle he got.
Oh, the one you took off the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say,
Just putting that out there.
please, sir, let us in to discuss. It's quite cold out here.
Yeah. What, you have any weapons on you?
Only my walking staff.
What about that one?
I carry a bow, some daggers.
Yeah, all right. And then like you hear like a click, click, and then like a latch like undoes on the door, and it kind of like opens a little bit.
Do I see anyone?
Well, the door's still kind of he opened the door and kind of walked away from the door.
I'll slowly open the door and step in.
Upon stepping in, you see that it's actually very warm, though you see no fire lit in the fireplace. What candles are lit seem to just be glowing very, very dully, but yet the room seems comfortable. There is just one rocking chair in the center of the room with a large rug. And then there's a ladder in the back that kind of goes up to like a little like lofty area where it looks like there's a pile of like blankets and things like that up there, or perhaps whoever this person is sleeps. But you're now looking at a just an average looking man. He's maybe 6 feet tall. He's definitely older, though not too old. He has a long black beard with kind of like graying patches in it. And he wears just a warmer clothing with kind of like a cloak pulled over, though his hood is not up.
As we walk in, I lean over to. Sorry. As we walk in, I lean over to not Jiven, lean over to Damien and
What's
go.
up?
Sorry, I was reading chat and Jiven was mentioned a lot. I lean over to Damien and say, "Is this the frozen guy?"
I kind of ignore him and I say, what would bring someone to live up here? I say as I'm kind of like lowering down my cloak and I'm setting down my staff and everything.
Lizard-looking guy, can you close the door when you come in there?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I close it.
I am, I'm one of the Watchers. It's my job to stay up here. It's an outpost.
An outpost for what?
Well, to guard against the lines.
What lines?
The war. Who are you?
There's a war going on.
I kind of put my stuff down and I say, my name is Damien Avenchi. This is my companion, Draskin. We're simply wanderers, sort of nomads, you could call it. We don't very much keep up to date with national affairs and such.
Huh.
We're in the wilderness often.
So this one here, it's obviously your like bodyguard.
I could call it more of a companion, mutual companionship than a bodyguard.
Right. Right. Well, I wasn't expecting company. No one's been up here in quite a while. I had thought they'd forgotten about me. But I am disappointed that even though you are wanderers, you don't have much food on you.
Tell me, how long have you been here?
What is... Hang on. He kind of like... He pulls out like a sword that was kind of like sitting behind like his rocking chair. And it was just kind of leaning there, and he kind of like looks at the handle, and you notice there's like notches in it.
Uh-huh.
And he's like counting them. He's like, it's been a couple of years. And you can't really remember. Like he's like looking at it like he's trying to remember where he was keeping track of the days.
Uh-huh. Can I do a history check to think of any wars that have been started/ended in the past few years?
Yeah, go ahead. So, as you're kind of like wondering what the heck's going on here, you realize that the logo on that tattered banner clearly was of Ithiel. As faded as it became very familiar to you. The scar is even noticeable on that banner that was hanging there. And upon looking at this man, you kind of start putting together, looking around the room even, and it kind of, you notice like his sword, it has like a white handle on it. You know, his cloak seems to have like, I don't know how you would describe it, like like white stitching, and the things that he kind of wear kind of start to almost look as though he was part of some, or is part of some military that uses Ithiel as, what would you call it? Either a martyr or he's their leader, possibly. Though you don't remember any military such as this.
Now, Ithiel, refresh me again. Was the white dragon?
Yes.
Okay.
That Vera put the fucking scar in.
Yes.
I say, and as I'm kind of like setting my stuff down, kind of maybe moving towards a chair to sit down, I'm kind of like, so, tell me, what is your rank, sir?
Oh, I might be older, but I am just a private. I got the worst station of all of them, obviously. I mean, to be up here, you know, we're such a prominent figure used to be, you know, it was both an honor and, you know, I'm the new guy.
Right, at least you were, isn't that correct?
Well, yeah, I suppose.
So, do you happen to remember the name of your commanding officer?
Oh, oh man, I haven't talked to him in a long time since he gave the orders to all of us to fight. No, I can't say I do. He like
Do you remember what?
he kind of like like his mind is like kind of wanders off.
Do you remember what your orders were?
Well, yeah, they were to remain on this peak and guard against any intruders who may come up here.
Intruders being...
Well, anyone. He kind of like is looking at you, and he's kind of like, I don't know, both wondering and not understanding himself.
And I say, with that, I kind of like stop, and then I kind of quickly gather my things up together, and I form a stance, and I say, "Well, boy, congratulations, you passed the test. I'm here to tell you the war is over."
You can roll a deception.
Dear God, please. Right.
Yeah, I gotta find my d20 because it's gone again. 1 second. There it
That's
is.
pretty good.
That was a good roll. But hang on. Ooh, nope, you're good. And he just goes, well, I expected the order to come from one of our commanders, you know, themselves.
Oh, well, you see, I am one of the commanders. See, the war's been over for so long. Unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, we kind of figured out you were up here.
Yes, that's so. I understand. You know, it's a lonely
Yes,
post up here.
But congratulations, we won. Good news for that.
So, we defeated them all then, sir.
Yes, tell me. I'll give you all the details. Who did you want us specifically to defeat the most? I'll
Well,
tell you how we did it.
we were going to defeat all the other dragons. I assume we got them all then.
And fall they did.
Including, I mean, the gold. Did we find them?
After long and treacherous journeys, we did indeed find our gold enemies. Ithiel himself stands amongst a god amongst mortals.
Well, that's amazing. And what of the Black Dragon flight? Were we able to? Well, were we able to defeat them?
Well, see, that one took a bit more trouble, but we definitely took care of them after a long and arduous task. Now, tell me, along with issuing the good news, I'm also here to collect your report.
Oh, my report. Oh, yes. Hang on, one minute. And he kind of runs off. He climbs up the ladder.
I look back to Draskin and I give him like a hand signal, like, keep it cool, I got this.
Draskin has the most, like, staring off into space, like, what the fuck is happening?
I whisper to him, act military.
Oh,
Just
don't-
he
just-
has some.
Just don't say anything.
alright, I can do that.
And then, like, after a few seconds, like, he actually knocks some, like, the blankets off. And they kind of fall down, and he comes climbing back down. He has, like, this big, white leather-bound book. You know, and it's clearly, like, some official book that he was given to keep report and fill out everything that happens. And he hands it to you. Well, this is everything that's happened, sir.
Why, thank you. We've in fact brought you a horse for yourself. Gather all your things and you can head on home.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. And he goes to he picks up like a heavier cloak off his rocking chair, and he goes to put it on, and he kind of does it real slow, like he's thinking and staring at the ground. He's like, home. I don't know where that is.
Well, let me tell you. If you don't have quite somewhere to be, we have set up a quite nice little community back where Arb used to be. If you still remember where that is, of course.
Arb? I thought we wiped out Arb.
That we did. And there now stands a grand kingdom, or at least part of it, of Ithiel.
Oh, right. Okay, right. And he kind of puts on his cloak, and he kind of nods at the two of you and just kind of walks out the door.
I'll kind of yell at him to take my horse.
He does. He grabs one of them, and he struggles with it for a minute. For a while. And it kicks him off a couple of times, and you may even see him go back to the door, he's gonna knock, to ask you if he should stay or something, but he doesn't because you told him to leave, and he eventually just kind of walks with the horse. And you see him kind of just disappear into the wind and the snow, and kind of below he goes down the path and out and around the corner.
How many guys are we gonna send to die in the snow?
He'll live. We lived. He can live.
Oh, when
He has no
when he leaves, it does get colder in the hut.
First of all, I'm gonna place my stuff back down, kind of slump my posture a little bit. I'm gonna kind of snap my fingers and cast create bonfire, kind of in some corner, or if there's any fireplace or what have you.
Yeah, there is a fireplace, though it wasn't lit, and there is still some wood left in there.
I'm gonna. I don't know. Can prestidigitation do that?
Yeah, it can create small fires if I'm not mistaken.
Instantaneous light or snuff out candle, torch, or small campfire. All right, so I'm just gonna prestidigitation that a light, and then I'm just gonna sit down and crack open the book and get reading. And I say, you might want to get yourself comfortable.
I'm gonna start looking for stuff.
Perfect. And then at that point, we are going to cascade back down the hill and through the snow and
We passed
find.
the dead body of the guy who just left.
And we see that man slowly ride his horse off a cliff as we.
He doesn't
can't
know how to
see.
ride a horse.
We see
Hey,
just the
Max,
horse.
what was his name again?
What was his name?
Yeah.
I don't think
Never
it's-
got it.
Never asked her his
What
name.
was his name?
Private.
Max, I need to know his name.
Private.
We
Private.
never got it.
His name was
Major.
Private.
Yep.
Major.
Roger. Over.
So, as we cascade back down the hill, remember we are a week into the future. We see the rest of the party, as is most startings of fast forwarding. You guys, the three of you, had just slammed the door behind you, having fought your way through a queen's jail. Well, I don't know. It's a jail that the queen owns, basically.
Do that.
The Drow's military and you guys are currently fighting your way through this prison, trying to rescue the sergeant that was once a, and hopefully still is, a super loyal friend to the true king. So you guys are
The
currently
King of the North.
looking at this.
I see nothing.
And actually, I'll put it on. If I put it on global illumination, though, then you'll see everything. Hang on.
Can you just make a ghost Damien and Draskin?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm a ghost. Ooh.
Start poking Twiggy.
Okay, here I'm gonna put tokens
I
down.
am the box ghost. Hear me?
I tried to take things, but realized I can't.
Pew, pew. I just made your tokens like really,
There.
really super small.
They're not actually ghosts. They're just the mice that were in the room with us.
Squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak.
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Jiven steps on a rat as
You suddenly hear like a faint sound of Damien's voice go, "God damn it!" as you hear like the squish sound.
Does anybody else hear Damien?
And then you quickly shrug off that sound that you thought was Damien, because standing in front of you is a super badass-looking drow prison guard.
Nothing's more badass than this drow.
Okay.
I can think of at least 5.
Oh, wow.
Fighting words.
So the sounds of battle can be heard from behind you guys as the rest of the True King's military is also fighting this the good fight, as they say. But you guys know why you're in here. You guys fought your way through far enough to get to where the last of the jail set, the deep, darkest parts of this jail, this camp, where you know or suspect that this former sergeant is being kept Serrata away. And standing before you is this drow who clearly does not want to let you go any farther. So please roll initiative.
And to think this could have all been avoided if we just had a ring of Undercommon.
I can speak Undercommon.
I cannot, and I'm very persuasive.
Well,
I bet
I
you
forgot
20
to
bucks
hit my
you'll get a
token,
buck out of it.
but I rolled a 17.
Well, is that Twiggy or is that the bird?
Bird.
Bird is
It's
the
the
word.
word.
Bird.
Did you call the bird His Majesty the Great King
Yes,
Reginald?
the name of his
Yes,
bird is
I did.
amazing.
Jesus Christ.
And
Oh,
what
what
is
is the
wrong
bird?
with that name?
What did you roll? 17.
I mean, that was the best name ever. His full title is His Majesty,
Damien,
the
goddammit.
Guardian of the Nest on High.
You can get rid of me next. I did it for the joke.
Oh, you don't want to actually watch?
for the walls.
No. He put himself on the initiative tracker.
Oh, I didn't even notice. God damn it! I probably would have been like, "All right, yeah, go ahead." Somewhere,
Fireball.
somewhere on this
Fireball.
Damien casts a spell for what is it? 100 miles you can cast.
A mile only.
A mile.
Fires it at
Okay.
himself.
He just takes
All
a
the
shot
way
in
in
the
the
dark.
tower.
Just shooting through the walls. Just a fireball erupts.
Hey,
I
Max.
got it.
Max, I can
Yeah.
change the name of my journal, right? Because I still have Kevhorn's journal.
Oh, you do?
No,
Yeah,
we
Yeah,
just-
you should be
I still
able
have
to.
Kevhorn's journal.
Yeah.
We just gave you his. We just gave you his old one.
Yeah. Here, do you want a book?
No, I just wanted to know if I could change
Yeah,
it.
you
wanted
can.
mine.
It won't let you.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, it'll let me. I have a few ideas for the name. Good.
Yeah, do your
Continue.
thing. Okay.
Um,
God, Twiggy actually has 2 books. That's how much writing he's been doing. Okay, so yeah, this drow is like, well armored. Super well armored. Not super well armored, just really well armored. He carries a shield. And he draws a short sword out. And he just tells you guys, you will not take him. And he charges. Oh, position you guys in a correct order as well. I should have let you do that before I had you roll initiative. Like how you guys would have came in this room. The door is right here. So
I think I'm at
Twiggy
a
asked
perfect
what
position.
the hell he just said.
wait, what?
Jiven.
I thought you were talking about Jiven, right?
Jiven's the only one that can answer that.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Twiggy just wants to know what the hell that Drow just said. Is he surrendering?
Where's the drow at?
Drow surrendering. Million years.
Oh, okay.
Is it really
Not
dark?
a million years.
Yeah, I don't have great low light vision.
Hang on. The light on this torch thing here isn't as far as it's supposed to be.
But yeah, I'd probably come in first.
Is that better?
Can't see anything. But yeah. No, I can tell he's there now. I just had it kind of zoomed out, so I couldn't.
Okay.
It was a combination of things.
Gotcha. So this is how you guys would have entered as Twiggy asked Jiven what he said.
I think he's offering us food.
He said
Probably not.
we can't get him.
Then he charges. And then from down here, you guys hear feet running as well.
Good. Good.
Good. Feet should run. That's good.
Good.
I'm imagining like the XCOM alien activity going on.
And he is going to run up
Hit me.
19.
Oh, poor.
Yeah.
And he is going to...
Do I need to make a constitution?
No, it's just poison damage.
Oh, it's just automatic?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is that? 13?
So he swings his sword down at you, slicing into you. You notice a little bit extra of a burn that comes from the sword. And then the other one isn't close enough to do anything. So Jiven.
Jiven, what's the blade like? Does it have poison literally dripping off of it?
Yes.
Jiven would notice this and then go up and try and grab the arm that has the short sword in it.
Going for a disarm?
So you're going to grapple
I'm
him?
trying to disarm him, yeah.
Oh,
So I'm
okay,
going
he's
to
going
grab
for a
his arm.
disarm.
A grapple, but it's, yeah, that's essentially what I'm doing.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Acrobatics.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, he could roll Warnock.
He didn't. He definitely didn't.
So you reach out for his arm, and actually, as you get close to his sword arm, his shield kind of comes across, and he just pushes your arm away. And he kind of holds his sword up, getting ready to attack one of you guys.
I don't think there's anything else I can do then. I would just hold up my shield.
All right. Vrea.
So
Whoops.
I would like to rage.
Actually,
Um,
I'm gonna Hunter's Mark him. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
so I'm gonna be angry.
Angry Vrea.
Mm-hmm. He's in
Hangry.
trouble now. And I'm gonna swing at him with my fancy axe.
Your legendary relic.
Yep.
That's the one.
Yep. Wait. Yeah, that's the right one.
Go.
Wait, no, that's not the right one. There we go.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Wow.
That does not as much damage as I thought it would.
She rolled a 1 for the
Oh yeah, she rolled
damage.
a 1 on the
Oh,
damage.
she did.
Are you adding the +2 to the damage too? Because you should be.
Yes, you should be.
I thought I was.
It's +4 +3 for your
So,
strength.
unless your strength is 1, is modifier of 1, which I doubt it is.
Yeah, I
She
have
did-
strength plus. It's in there.
So you should be doing
Strength
10
plus 3
damage.
plus pro.
Max knows how to set it up. Can you check her sheet, Max?
Well, it's plus 7.
It
Yeah,
should
I
be
do. I do a
+7.
+7 at level 3 on one of my characters, so I feel like it should be higher.
It should be +9 right now because you have the
Yeah.
+2 great axe.
No, she has 1d12
Well-
plus strength plus 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
My
the
strength is
rage
only 4.
damage. Yeah, and a +3 for the rage, correct?
Why?
What she
Because you're
has
raging.
is
Is
Plus-
your rage damage 3?
What?
oh,
Is your rage damage 3?
Why would it
you
be
have
3?
rage damage. Well,
Because
that's
you get a
what it
bonus
says.
to damage for raging.
It says +4 +3 is what it says.
Yeah.
It's the 3 from your rage.
It's the 2. I think my rage is only 1 at this point.
No, you start off with a 2.
Have you had extra damage you haven't been adding on?
Maybe.
Because if so, that's impressive.
Wait, is this... Maybe I didn't... Hang on. I might have mixed up the ones that I had labeled rage and
We're
non-rage.
level 6, right?
Oh, wait. Here we go.
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything set up. That's why.
Alright, you get a
That's-
+2
Hang on.
to damage for your rage.
Can I point out she almost single-handedly took on a dragon without rage damage?
No, I
Yeah.
did. I have it set up correctly on my other sheet, on my other axe. I just
okay.
didn't set it up right on this one.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so you still have +2 rage damage, but +2 can make all of the difference.
Oh yeah, I can.
So what, we need to add 1 more then to that damage, or 2 more?
2 more.
2 more. So yeah, it is 10 minimum, right?
Mm-hmm. It's doing 19.
Yes. So yeah, you as he was like swatting away Jiven's attempt at the grapple, he opened up a little bit with his shield there, and you just bring your axe down and just connect with like his shoulder, between like the spot between like his shoulder pads and like his chest plate, and you just kind of force your way in there, cutting him pretty deep.
19 damage. Jesus.
Yeah.
I love barbarians, man.
So he lets out a yell. Is there anything else you can do, Vrea?
Well, I
Yeah,
have
to
another
attack,
attack. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yep.
God, those were first. I gotta love barbarians,
Jeez,
man.
You know, murder everybody.
Only thing I don't like about them is that they have like so little op.
Oh, you pull back. Good Lord. Okay. I was worried these guys were too strong for you guys, too.
No.
Yeah, so you pull back and you just hit like the same spot, just hacking his shoulder off. Apparently. Do you have a third attack?
No, because I'm not frenzied yet.
Okay.
Because that takes another action. Yeah.
A little bit like a dark
Are
blood
you
just
sure it
kind
takes
of
another action?
splatters on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's-
Well, it's a bonus action. It's a bonus action to rage, and it's a bonus action to also frenzy.
Okay. That makes some more sense. The way you were saying it before, I thought you said it was a straight up action to frenzy. I was like, that doesn't make sense.
I'm pretty sure you can house rule frenzy as an action, like your
Yeah,
full
but
act.
that's what I thought it was. But that's not what it says. So I was confused.
Twiggy,
Don't worry about me. We're better now. Continue.
Twiggy, what are you gonna do?
Oh, and the drow takes a shot to the chest. Taking into consideration he is a drow, folks, we can all agree that he should never, ever piss off a woman. But no, he is a goddamn moron.
Cut off.
Oh, that was his vicious mockery. I was like,
Yeah.
what is he doing?
It's vicious mockery, man.
But first I need him to do wisdom.
I feel like vicious mockery should do more damage.
Wow. Okay.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, but so is Eldritch Blast, and Eldritch Blast is a 1d10.
But it's a bard.
Excuse.
I didn't say anything. I just said it's a bard.
So he obviously passed the saving throw.
He's
Plus,
into
you
my
can
pain.
get Dissonant Whispers, which is the best spell.
So he
That
takes
is
the
And then-
damage.
Reginald will fly around the guy trying to confuse him. Just tweeting his little head off.
So like as you like are vicious mockerying him, he I don't really his brain, just like ow. And he kind of like looks around with his bird and he's all super confused. His arm's about to fall off and he just takes his sword and he just waves it at Freya. Oh, he actually hit.
Yep.
Wow, with a decent amount of damage, too.
But halved it. Wait.
Piercing is
I
halved, the
don't
poison does
have-
not.
Yeah.
You're taking
So
14.
14.
damage.
Yeah.
Totem of the Bear, baby. It's my preferred barbarian.
And
But Frenzy Barbarian is probably the best.
this other one is going to come up right here, and he points a hand crossbow at Varea. And he
Oh, good.
shoots.
Why is
And
everybody
miss.
ignoring me?
And a shoot and a miss.
Because you aren't
You're
scared.
not a threat.
What is her AC again?
I'll show them.
14.
Show them.
Oh, okay. So yes, that definitely misses. So the arrow just sails past. You feel like a little splatter on your
Shot.
skin,
Missed.
and you obviously know that arrow was definitely coated in something, though it's not affecting you at all, because luckily he missed you.
I look at him and I go, you're next.
He throws the crossbow down, and he pulls his short sword out. And he stands there. Actually, wait, does he have enough? I don't think he has enough. Hang on. Oh, yeah, he starts running closer to you guys.
Retreat, folks.
All right, Jiven.
Because they're so focused on Varia, I sidestep to the side of him and try and stab under his shield. Because they have shields, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to stab under his shield as he's focused towards Vera. He's taking damage, so this.
Damn. Roll the damage.
8 damage.
You,
then-
you catch him in a soft spot.
As he gets caught, I take my my left hand with my shield and bash his shield towards the wall, pushing him over here. Using my my feet,
Where are you going to push him to?
my shield master, towards the wall. So, like, yeah.
Okay. So,
And then
yeah,
I move
he
in
groans.
front of him. And as he hits the wall, I go for another stab at him.
The shield
lesser
is a
effect.
bonus action, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. The 13
Oh, wait,
does
hold
not
on.
hit.
He also takes another 1 damage from Hunter's Mark.
Okay. And then your second attack, unfortunately, catches a thick spot of his armor.
Yep.
Okay. Vrea, you are now staring at the back of Jiven.
Sorry, I sneezed really hard.
Bless you.
Which one is the one that hit me before? It's
Bottom one.
The one against the wall.
the one against the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the way.
You could move around me.
I could, but then if I succeed and kill him, then I'm further away from that. That's fine. But then, so first I would like to frenzy. And I'm just gonna come over here. And let's see. I'm gonna reckless attack because they're hitting me anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Okie doke.
So I get advantage.
Lay it on him. Good lord.
Wonderful. Would both of those hit?
Probably
Yes.
not.
Well, no.
They
Yes, sorry.
would?
The second one does not.
Okay.
Oh, but he died anyway, so
yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, you just you lob his head off.
Good.
She comes around the corner with a single swing, just lobs his head off.
Can I make it back around?
Well, you only move
Jiven
like
to
3
the other
feet.
guy.
Or 10,
Yeah.
a couple feet.
Like, but can I get to him and swing?
Well, this body fell on the ground, so I mean you can call it rough terrain. So it'll take time to go like to here.
Because I
So
don't
if
think
you
I
have
can.
25 If you have 25 feet of movement, you can make there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a ton of movement.
You should be able to do it then.
Yeah.
A Goliath. I have long legs.
You guys are fighting for who's gonna kill everything.
This is the problem with having 2 tanks.
And a bird.
So sure, frenzy. Well, no, not frenzy yet.
Reckless.
That's next round.
You
He
still
lives.
get another
Reckless.
attack, though.
Yep. Yeah, you always get a second attack, right?
Oh shit!
Oh,
Unfortunately, the 15 does not hit, so he kind of just deflects you aside, and he says something in Undercommon.
what
I'm
does he
standing
say?
on something squishy. It's distracting.
Jiven, he says, you understand him to say, I am not next, you are.
Jiven is visibly laughing.
The super cheesy drow.
Super dead drow.
Twiggy.
Hey, gotta listen to me. Whoa, healing's what we need.
I
Is that like
I
an
don't know
anime?
what to think about you sometimes.
1d4. I assume you're hearing healing Vrea for 6.
Damn straight.
Damn
Thank you.
Skippy.
Vrea, the
And-
burn of the poison kind of just dissipates.
Reginald is just gonna start tweeting around this guy now.
Is he
Coach and
doing
Bluebird.
the advantage toggle thing?
There is no advantage in this game, though.
Or not?
Sadly,
There's advantage. I'm saying the help action. Is that what he's using? Your bird?
nah, he's just tweeting around somebody
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
It's
Sure,
not like
he
it's
doesn't know
hacking
what
at him.
he's doing. In all honesty,
He's just doing
I thought-
things.
My bad. I'm gonna shut up now.
Usually what Twiggy does, just things.
hey, Twiggy's trying.
Fair enough, you are trying. Oh,
So he swings at Vrea, and his sword glances off of the stonework. And the tip of it kind of gets like stuck for a second. And he is going to have... well, I guess it doesn't really matter.
All thanks to those tweeting.
Yeah, so he'll the next attack against him I'm going to give advantage to because he's trying to pull his sword out of the wall currently.
oh wait, I would say go for it, Vera, but
You are up,
it's
Jiven.
my turn. Yeah. Bonus action, switch my hunter's mark over to him. Wait, unless do I have to be the one to kill them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can just switch it.
No, it's just as soon as it dies. The previous target
Yep.
dies.
Okay. So yeah, bonus action, switch it to this one. And I move over to the side of Vera and stab through the opening that is between the table and her. Yata.
Got him.
And then plus Hunter's Mark, 13 damage.
That ain't bad.
And then once more. 9 plus 6. 15 damage. So 27.
27 total?
28, sorry. 5 plus 3. 28 total.
This guy's about to die. Like, he looks like very unhappy with his current situation.
I say to him in undercommon, really? You thought that you were going to kill her?
The queen will win this war. Your uprising means nothing.
There is no queen, only the true king.
And then this is where Varela...
Jiven, is he talking something good about me? Does he like my music?
Yes, Twiggy. He loves your music. So
Tell him
much so,
thank you.
he's willing to die for it.
Oh,
To
actually,
die for.
Varela, this is where you end this drow.
also, hang on.
Oh, sure.
He would have had, yeah, he would have been able to hit me, actually. Because I used Reckless Attack on him.
Oh, for the 15?
Yeah.
Oh, so he never got stuck. So anyways, both of my attacks hit anyway, so the advantage doesn't really matter.
Wait.
Yeah, but for me, for
Okay,
my
yeah.
health
So
reasons.
you did take 20 damage, and he never got his
Well,
thing
not
stuck.
quite.
He hits you
Not
automatically?
I took,
No, because she
17.
reckless attacked. He gets
So he
advantage
gets
on her.
advantage on her. Yeah.
Oh,
And
so the
15 would
15 would
hit
have been
me.
the hit. Okay, that makes sense.
Nothing's
So I took-
affected
I
except
took
that she takes
17.
damage.
yeah, I took 17 damage. Okay.
But now you can retaliate.
Ow. Yeah, let's go. Reckless, and I get 3.
This guy's so dead.
This guy's gonna be super dead. Oh, Jesus.
She even knocks him down.
Yep.
Just in the efforts of time, we're just gonna do that. So you just like pull out this whirlwind of battle axe glory and just start cutting this guy, and he just goes flying back. Dead.
You shouldn't hit people.
That is correct.
You
Ray is
shouldn't
so
hit
mean
people.
when
Shouldn't hit people.
That's not nice.
Yep.
Don't do that. All right. So
That's so precious. She just wants everyone to get along.
So from the other side of
Yep.
the door, Twiggy, you hear, people like running into it, trying to like open it and get it open. You guys know you're supposed to be looking for this other, this sergeant, this drow. You guys are out of turn order though, so you guys can go ahead and do things for now.
Should we barricade the door?
I mean, I could just go lean on it.
That is a great idea, Vera.
Is this cat friendly?
So this is like this black panther just kind of pacing
Where's
around.
the door at?
Hadwick,
Oh.
Bozeman.
It's like right here. I didn't really like put a door in.
Okay.
It's like right there.
Rhea's just like leaning against it.
Perfect. That's the door.
Oh, I thought it was on that wall. This one.
I am going to strip this drow of his armor and everything.
Okay.
And then I am going to put the body in with the cat.
Okay.
You're quite a morbid person.
Takes you about like 10 minutes.
I am trying to get a pet right now.
You have a pet. It's a bird.
I also want a cat. Maybe something I can ride.
So the cat.
I'm warning you now. If it attacks you, I'm not helping.
The cat like grabs onto the drow and like pulls it in like as you're shoving like the body into the cage, and it kind of like bites a couple times, and then it just kind of like sits there, looks at you, like kind of like sitting partially on top of this dead drow.
Like a cat does.
Yeah.
It rips its head off and brings it to you.
Your cat does.
Yep. It's probably more interested in the bird, honestly.
If you had a front porch and like a patio, you would wake up and there'd be like, yeah, just its head sitting there.
I'd always leave it under the car.
So, as I'm walking past these jail cells, do I notice him?
Oh, he's dead.
So far, Jiven, no. Actually, you see a lot of humans. Very old though. Like they've been down here for a long, long time. You'll know.
I mean, not that long for a drow, but a long time for a human.
For a human, yes. And the morbid thing about it is you notice that in some of the cells, there's actually empty coffins already in there. You get the idea that the drow are basically capturing certain humans, throwing them in the cells, and basically telling them, go ahead and die in there. Some of the cells already have dead people in them. But as you get to the very bottom, there's a very obvious token.
Oh, yeah. Quite obvious.
And you see standing there. He's currently not wearing any armor or anything. But he looks like a very, very powerful, strong, possibly military-looking drow. And he's kind of sitting on this coffin.
Jiven realizes he forgot to grab the key off the guards and very quickly runs back to grab it.
He walks forward, like makes eye contact, and then is like, oh, and then runs away.
Did the dude that he threw in there have the keys?
You find the keys
I
laying.
stripped him.
Okay.
Well, Twiggy would probably have the keys because there was the second guy who had them. It was that guy. So Twiggy would have found the keys.
Yeah?
Keys.
Do you think this cat is friendly? I think it's friendly.
I do
don't know him out.
That is a panther made to kill things. I can tell you as a drow, they do that.
I just gave him food, so he should be my friend.
Twiggy?
And I'll just toss you the keys.
Do not open that cage.
But I won't.
But we're here to break everybody out, right?
Twiggy?
That includes the cat.
Twiggy, do not open that cage.
Let him open it. Maybe he'll die.
Twiggy, if you turn around and look at the panther as you say that, like it's up on its hind legs, like face level with you, right up against the bar. Like it's pushing, like it's trying to push its face through the bars to lick you and smell you.
Aww.
It is a good cat. I'm gonna pet underneath its chin.
It's gonna bite your hand off.
It immediately reacts to try to bite you. Roll a dex save.
See, this is why you should have had the ring. Oh, we'll never fucking mind.
Oh, who's a good kitty? And I'm gonna be scratching it while it's trying to bite me.
With that crit save, you're able to kind of, you know how like you play with a cat, you rub its belly and it goes to bite you and you pull away and then you do it again anyway just to like keep doing it. So you're kind of like doing that with this panther apparently.
It's Jax. I just realized that.
Jiven, the drow is still sitting on the coffin. He looks up at you and he just goes, attempt number 2.
Attempt number 2. And then he puts the key in the lock and unlocks it, hopefully.
So the key, it just opens the gate. It unlatches. And it's a sliding gate. So like you slide it to the south, actually, this way.
And as soon as it opens, Jiven offers his hand as a respect.
And he kind of looks at your hand and he just like, what are you proposing?
No, sir. It's just a great honor to meet you.
Stand at attention.
Sir, yes, sir.
Are you even in the military?
What a fucking drone.
I was, but it's been a while.
Who do you follow?
I follow our true king.
He's alive.
He is.
Twiggy's head is gonna come around the corner and be like, Jiven, it's friendly, it likes to play.
What is that?
I don't think it's true.
What is that?
That is Vera.
Who?
Welcome to our bunch of misfits.
And he kind of like walks around the corner and he looks, and Twiggy, you get a view of this 6.5 foot tall, super strong looking military drow man who clearly knows how to fight.
Drow man.
Twiggy will raise his hand and be like, hi.
Oh, you guys do know.
He's only a little bit. He's only a little bit shorter than.
Yeah.
I almost said yes.
He's a lot taller than Yaz.
He's a lot taller than yes.
Hey, Jiven, since we're here, can we free the humans too?
And you guys know his name, by the way.
I actually thought about that.
Wonderful.
If how many are all of these guys alive in these 2 cells?
Like this guy's alive, and like this guy, but these guys are all dead.
You two. I don't know what you did in life that brought you to this jail, but fight for our one true king, and I will let you go. You will be pardoned of all crimes. Is that understood? Will you fight for him?
And this guy here, who's probably about like 89 years old, he looks at you and he just goes, I think I can. Well, give me a sword and I'll see what I can do.
I will do that.
This other guy who's a little bit like, he looks like he's probably like middle-aged. He just kind of like nods and stands up.
There is a sword and a crossbow on those drow over there.
Speaking of which,
You may pick of one.
before he lets him out, I want to investigate the body, see if there's anything good.
On what body?
On the body I did not already strip.
Yeah, the sergeant currently is putting on the armor and picking up the weapons.
Damn.
That body you will not be able. He does. He picks up like a little gold. I said gold sack, and he kind of like tosses it to you, Twiggy. And he,
oh yeah.
And inside of it is 46 silver pieces. And then there is a vial, a small little vial of like some green substance, and you found 2 of those vials on the other drow as well. And he says to you, "So you're an elf, maybe?
Give or take.
You seem." And kind of like he notices the bird flapping around. Colorful.
Extremely. Thank you. Did you notice my cape?
I like it. Where can I get one?
You'll have to come to the south with me. We can go and talk to my dads. We can share some stories. I'm sure that you have a few stories. We'll have a blast. We'll get you laid. I'm sure you haven't gotten laid in years, right?
He just walks away.
I'll take that as yes.
He walks up to Varaya, and he... Oh, go ahead.
Does the general look more like a strengthy guy or a dexy guy?
Strengthy guy.
Life? Strength?
Like, he just powers through everything.
General, sir. As he walks in here, he salutes to him. Sir, I do have something you might have a better time with than their lowly swords. And he takes out the +1 longsword that he had.
And he takes his short sword and he kind of like stabs it into this wooden table, and he walks up and he takes the long sword from you. And he kind of like swings it, kind of like remembering how to use a sword so big.
Oh, are we giving stuff away? And Freya takes out her +1 great
Sure, Vera.
It seems you all have a lot of weapons. I feel at home.
Do you need a shield? I think you need a shield. I think I have a shield. Or 2. I might even have 3.
I just picture Twiggy. I picture Twiggy spinning a circle, like trying to look at his back, like to see if he's carrying like an extra shield or something. Like he doesn't.
I just imagine him in the corner, rocking back and forth of a padded room, saying this all to himself.
Actually,
Steven, this guy's a good guy, right?
This whole campaign is in Twiggy's mind. It's actually.
I wouldn't doubt it.
The general is one of the best drow that I have ever heard of.
Okay, I'll let him protect this then. And I'll take out Shiv's shield.
Aww.
He looks at it.
You're getting that back.
And he looks at you. This shield looks like it has meaning to you.
It does. And then I pull out a necklace. This does 2. And then I pull out another necklace. This does 3. I have a few others as well.
You may keep your trinkets. After all, I am the one who maybe owe you at this time.
Well, fine then. Take one of these shields then. And I toss out, I think it's just a basic little shield. Yep. Basic,
He wasn't expecting you. Like, he was saying keep your items, but like as you toss him the shield, and he kind of like grabs it out of the air, and he kind of like adjusts it so it's like he's holding it with his left arm like securely. And thank you, my colorful friend. He turns.
Hey, if you're gonna be fighting with us, you kind of need something to protect you.
And he turns back to Jiven, then he goes back to Undercommon, and he says, "What's the status?"
The Queen has taken over. We have a very minor amount of troops. And things, to be quite honest, are very bad. I believe the king wanted us to grab you because he believed that your allegiance with him was... okay, now this is me. What did he want us to do with the general again?
So the general was friends with the true king when he was in charge. The general is like other than like, well, actually at this point, this general is probably more respected amongst like the drow military than than even the queen and the king himself.
He wanted him to be his
military strategist, basically his military ruler, to try and sway the military that follows the queen to join him instead. He wants to use them, well, one, they're friends, and 2, he wants to use his sway amongst the drow.
The king believed your allegiance was still true, and wanted you to become general within the... hopefully to sway the armies of the queen to join ours.
If Cathan is still alive, then, well, I can't wait to see him again. And he walks over to the panther cage, and he unlocks the cage.
Oh shit.
I told you the kitty was friendly.
And as the door swings open, the panther like jumps up to him, and he just catches him. And he says, my friend, I didn't think I would see you for a very long time.
For once, Twiggy was right.
Once? That's like number 1,000 already.
And as the panther...
You've only known me for a week.
As the panther kind of jumps off of Oh, I said the wrong name. No, his name is Cathan from Ramdale. The king's name was... Oops, I mixed up the drow names. Urlamar. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Urlamar was the king. Anyway, the panther kind of like stalks up to Twiggy. He just kind of looks at him. And then all of a sudden, he kind of starts to change. And eventually, looking at you is a actual elf.
What?
Oh.
And
That's-
he is
Okay,
no
so
longer...
Twiggy was like, "Oh, who's a good kitty?" And then when it starts changing, "Oh, who's a good kitty?" Yeah, is it a man or a woman?
It is a woman.
And so he's like,
God damn it.
And she says, well, I appreciate the food. It's not really what I enjoy.
Is she a drow or an elf?
Regular elf.
"Well,
Okay.
I seen that you're a panther. I didn't know you were a druid. And so what are you doing later today, anyways?"
And she reaches down and she grabs like a cloak that the dead drow was wearing, kind of wraps it around her and ties it off so she has some clothes on.
Hold on, was she naked?
She was.
Oh.
They had took everything from her when they caught her and they threw her in there.
Well, I have
Dresses.
and like Rhea starts like pulling clothes out of her pack. They're all like cut up to work for her. None of them are the way that they were when Twiggy gave them to her.
As she starts pulling them out, Twiggy's just like, "What did you do to them?"
Here,
I improved them.
Every single one.
you may find this a better taste. And he gets out a set of common clothes from his pack.
What's
Unless
wrong
you-
with my clothes?
Like to wear. Well, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just that they're fitted to you, not to her.
Fair.
Alright, so this guy was also let free. And she will take your common clothes and she kind of like slips them on. Actually, let's just...
What's it up with druids and being okay with being naked?
I mean,
Nature man.
She was captured.
nature
not-
man.
Wasn't her choice.
Twiggy,
Huh? Yes?
did you find a sword that you took from one of their bodies?
Did I take any swords? I don't think I did.
Well, they each had a short sword on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have probably left that because I have too many other type of things. I have a lot of daggers if you want one.
No. Jiven would pick up the short sword and turn around towards the humans and offer it to the one who asked for a sword. Here you are, my friend. Fight for the king and all will be forgiven.
The old man takes the sword and he goes to like try and like do like a maneuver, a little maneuver with it, like swinging it, and he drops it and he picks it back up real quick and he goes, perhaps you would be better with it, and he hands it to the younger prisoner. Oops, I don't put the little box there. And he kind of takes it, and he kind of holds it in his hand, and he's ready.
Here, my old friend. I pick up the crossbow the other dude had. You might enjoy this a bit more.
And he kind of nods, takes it, and he finds like an arrow on the ground, and he picks it up and kind of loads it.
Kinda loads it. Doesn't load it. Just kinda loads it.
Yeah, he kind of like, shoves it in there, and it looks like it's loaded. Looks like it
You
should
cut
work.
out.
Oh, it looks like it
You
should
cut
work.
out.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
There we go. Yeah, you were kind of
Oh,
quiet there for a second, but you fixed it.
that's weird. Anyway, okay. Cool. So at this
There's-
point, you still hear the battle kind of waging on outside. The sergeant says, looks to you, Jiven. Actually, kind of looks to all of you guys. And he says, in common, so where do we go now?
I believe the first goal is to leave. To get out of the kingdom. Not the kingdom, the castle.
And he kind of, is he still living in that forest?
Yes. As much as I dislike it.
Some things
If
never
you-
change. Living in that forest.
If you would know where a Ring of Undercommon is,
Yes.
I could sure use
As much
that.
as I dislike it.
Probably end
Some-
this with a lot less bloodshed, just saying. What? I have a very, very good plan on how to end this.
Meanwhile,
without-
Rhea is just like head to toe covered in gore.
She's covered in drow blood.
Twiggy will
just-
go and
just
clean her
points
up with a snap of a finger.
Aw.
And Twiggy's just like, stop playing around.
You have a
You're a
plan?
big girl. You don't need to have all that blood and gore on you all the time.
But it makes me look scary.
I do agree. It does make her look scary.
Yes, but it kind of ruins the whole beauty look that I'm trying to go for. So,
I don't understand why you
How
think
does
that's a
beauty
thing.
help in a battlefield?
hey, you can be very good with sword, shield, all of that, but it doesn't matter if you don't look good.
What about if you don't look good and you're bad with a sword and shield?
Then you're completely terrible. If you
So,
look bad and you're bad with sword and shield.
So, like you.
So we're gonna say as this conversation happens, we start traveling out of this jail, and we kind of get like a glimpse of the battle going on outside as you guys formulate a plan. And then we kind of travel back up the mountain pass, and we see Damien and Draskin kind of rummaging through some things, and Damien just reading this book. But upon opening the book, he doesn't get very far. It basically is a rival, and then some notes about provisions and requesting more, and then that's kind of it. The odd thing, though, that Damien notices is the date. And it seems to be many years in the future.
How farther in the future?
Something like probably about 125 years.
Jesus.
Huh.
And in the book, kind of like in the beginning of the book, it when you open it up, like there's what would you call it? What's it called? Like a creed, but like a short story in a weird way about like how the followers of the White Dragon, Ithial, fight to defend all of the North from everyone else and to vanquish all other foes, and it has something in there about how the Black Dragon flight is horrible and how no one can ever stand up to them. It's kind of like this like boastful like poem, this saying, kind of like this verse almost out of a song. And then you get to the pages where there's a very short amount of very, very few events have happened to this guard up here.
Do I find any loot?
You find a little chest that has 3 daggers in it. All 3 daggers, actually the blade is made of some type of clear, very sharp material, and the handles are are wrapped in like a white leather. But other than that, you find not much else. Old food, some dry goods, dried meats, things like that.
I'll feed some to Steve.
So,
Steven, my bad, Steven.
if we're in the future, which this is believing me to be, then why? Because when we were in Arb, the lady was like, there's still like all the refugees and whatever.
Different dimension.
Different dimension. Different
Wait, what are you
years.
asking?
I'm just thinking.
You're not in Arb in the future right now, are you?
Well, yeah. No.
You're on top of a mountain.
Well, yeah, but when would that have changed? I really wish I didn't miss the session with all the crazy stuff.
Oh, it's weird, Damien. It doesn't make sense.
That explained things. Cause
Nothing explained. Nothing is ever explained, Damien.
No,
Okay.
don't worry. Nothing was ever explained.
Nothing was ever
You
explained,
have to
which
just
is
ask Twiggy.
very
Twiggy
much the
knows
point.
all.
remember the stories of the Frozen Man. He always shows you exactly what you need to see.
Uh-huh.
Oh, if only I would have known that.
Yes, Draskin does not know that. Damien, if he it's up to you if you want to roll to remember that, but as a player, I'm reminding you of what you guys witnessed or were told previously.
This is what we need to see. I kind of mutter that to myself, actually. That's what we need to see. And I kind of look around and was like, what am I supposed to see?
And remember, there is currently no army of Ithial if you go back to where the modern day is.
Oh. Huh. You're right, Jim. What?
What?
It's more confusing than nature. I just kind of close the book, and I say, well, I kind of look up to Draskin with like a very, very like confused look.
I'm checking out my new daggers.
And I'm like, well, I guess we got what we came for. I think.
Where's the frozen man?
We're in it.
Oh, there you go. See, now you're getting it. Now you're getting it.
Oh, I got it about a few seconds ago, but Draskin doesn't know this.
Okay, no, I'm just making sure as players you guys kind of have an idea of what's actually going on. Okay, good.
We get it. We're trying to not metagame.
I guess we have to kill. If this isn't what I wanted at all. Kind of look around. Why do I need? Why are we seeing the same thing? And why? I just kind of keep like talking to myself for a little while. Just like bringing up random thoughts like, well, why? What is this? Why is it so far in the future? Why are you seeing what I'm seeing? How does this have to do with anything? And just kind of going on and on. And I'll probably continue that for a while until Draskin.
I'm looking at him like very wide-eyed while slowly putting the daggers into my belt. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Sure. Right.
How are those daggers even real? I don't even. How are you? Who is that?
I don't know. I think they're pretty real. I throw one at the wall.
Did it?
It just sticks directly into the wood as if you're a knife throwing champion.
Did he actually take my horse? Am I going to find my horse? How long do those even last, by the way?
You're the one to summon them. Why are you asking me?
Damien just is kind of rambling very confusedly. Oh, Max, I have a question. This is completely unrelated to everything that's happening. But do you remember what I said my dad's name was? Because I forgot to write it down anywhere.
I thought Twiggy named him. That was your master.
No, that was my master. Jonathan Greybeard.
Yes. Hang on, let me scroll back up my notes. See if I wrote it down in Venny. There's some notes about Venny here.
Oh.
Let's see, the cave. Ooh, no, I actually...
Would you find it in the Direwolf necklace?
That might be where it is. I know I have it written down. It might be in a different note file that I have, though, as well, but...
It's hard for me to say his name to summon my wolf when I don't know it. But anyway, I'll say, this didn't go as planned.
So wait, are you trying to summon the wolf? Is that like what you're trying to do?
No, I was just wondering because I realized I never have it written down. That's why I said it was.
Gotcha. Because the wolf, the whole thing with the wolf is, yes, you can also say the name to like summon the wolf, but it can also show up when you need it, kind of thing. So like if you're feeling like you need this wolf to help you, there's a pretty good chance it'll show up.
Right. Yeah.
So if there's something you want to do with it, you just have to kind of basically just say that.
But no, I'll say to Draskin, well, this didn't accomplish what I was hoping.
Look here, Dante. I'll be honest with you. I'm not entirely sure why we came up here in the first place. Truth be told, I just wanted out of that fucking place. So, what did you plan to get from coming up here?
Information, which I guess I got
Information on what?
several things. Mostly on what I'm supposed to do.
Well, what is this frozen man, anyways? You've told me his name and vague information, but what is the purpose of him?
Well, the frozen man is sort of, I don't know what you'd call it, a spirit almost, sort of guiding hand. You're supposed to visit him and he'll show you what you need to see or tell you what you need to know. And so I guess this is what we're supposed to need to see. This book, and I show it to him, that soldier had it. The date it's far in the future from now. It's not now, and unless we were thrust in the future in the past
So now you're suggesting we time traveled.
hours. Well, I don't know if that's what I'm suggesting, or this is merely kind of illusion. This may be and I kind of like looking around. I'm like, this may be the frozen man.
Well, let's see. We'll see. I take a look outside. Anything change?
You notice that the snow is gone. It's now sunny out.
The fuck you hear coming from the door? Damien, you may want to come see this.
I kind of just step outside.
Can
And
you make any sense of this?
well, as you step outside, you kind of you notice that you can basically see all around you, even like below to the grounds of the mountain. The cloud covers is all gone. The snow is, the winds, all the effects of like that horrible winter storm seem to be gone, and it's just a kind of a clear sunny day.
I see the horse, where horse is.
You see one horse currently. And it is, the one that Draskin was riding. So that has not changed. One thing you... Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, one thing you see when you kind of like look off into the distance, you see dragons flying around pretty close to the ground. Not attacking anything or doing anything, but you see white dragons.
Do I see this?
Yes.
I rip out my bow and throw my back against the door on the inside of the cabin.
And
Damien, get inside!
I kind of hold out my hand. I'm like, wait, they aren't attacking.
And they're kind of like flying around above, well, what looks like some type of group of people or something. I mean, it's really, you're on a huge mountain, so this looks like ants far below
this
you.
Is happening on the ground?
Yes, like far below the mountain, kind of like off in the distance almost. You can definitely tell they're dragons, though.
Is the banner still there?
When you turn around, there's just the man that you actually saw that was actually inside the oh my gosh, the shack.
But he's just standing there?
Yep. He's just standing there.
Do I see him?
No.
No.
You see
Oh, where the dragon?
you actually see oh my gosh. You actually see a black dragon, like a very small one. A child, like a young, really, really young black dragon.
I just kind of say...
Chester had a baby.
I just kind of... I just kind of walk up to it. Walk up to him, and I say, "Who are you?"
And you don't see him speak, but you just hear a voice. Well, we have met before.
Are you the frozen man?
And he kind of like laughs a little to himself, and that is one of the many names. Yes.
And so with that, my look of confusion kind of fades, and I'm like, "All right, Mr. Frozen Man, what the hell is this supposed to mean?"
Do you not see everything around you?
yes, I see dragons, and I see that was the future, and I see something about Ithiel, but that doesn't help me.
Seclusion. You are alone on a peak above everything that torments below, away from it all.
I'm not really alone. With Draskin, and I turn around to look at him.
Yeah, he's not there.
Slowly turn back around.
Actually, everything's gone. Like, it's just, you're just on this mountain by yourself. The shack is gone. Everything's gone.
And I say, what about solitude? Important.
The world is at war on many different realms. Everyone is at risk.
Is there nothing that can be done?
There is always something to be done, but there is so much to be done that, as you've noticed, it might be hard to figure out where to start. The Black Dragon flight is mortal. It does not have the backing of a god, despite what you may have learned.
Where is my family?
Well, perhaps you should be more specific with that question.
My family, my mother, my brother, hell, my father. Where are they alive? Where are they?
They are where they're meant to be.
Kind of roll my eyes.
He doesn't laugh, by the way, but I did.
I say, what is their location, if you care to tell me? That is where I feel my work is needed.
What do you know?
Am I even supposed to help here? Because I think you have the wrong guy.
Why did you choose to help that caravan?
Told to, more or less. Training. Master.
And once you reached the path to the south, the Frostfall path, where were you going to go?
We're going to go to Hoff and then Winter's Might and then I don't even remember, but it was just a circle round trip. We aren't going anywhere. At least we weren't.
A round trip leading you south. And who did you meet along the way?
I don't. And I kind of like run my hand through my hair, and I say, hell of a lot of people. That's for sure.
And how many of them have you helped?
Don't know.
Well, maybe that's where you should start.
Why?
Magic comes from an ancient being, and it chooses, more or less, where it manifests itself. The powers you have, you're able to do more than most. That should tell you something.
You sure would think so. Well,
I can tell you this. Seclusion and separating yourself from your family will lead to only despair.
fuck you, Max.
By separating the group.
Go.
Shouldn't have separated the group.
God damn it. You mother.
So he basically goes on and tells you that, because I can't do it anymore. He goes on and tells you that he basically tells you need to help those who need to be helped. And what he's getting at is basically that you set off on this path, really not even knowing why you went down this journey to begin with. All those sessions, we'll call it, ago. This round circle path that has still not led you back to Lordim. You are still on this path. That you are still on that circle you spoke of, that round path back. And it is not yet time to go back there. He's basically saying you still have other things you need to do before you get back to that, before you complete that mission. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of tying. Yeah, basically what he's saying. He's tying it all together.
Yeah.
Because it's a circle.
I say, you went. God. That took me a while to put together, but I say, well, I don't suppose you're willing to give me any pointers. Direct pointers, by the way, like places to go.
So you don't want any vague riddles or poems?
Surprisingly, that's not as helpful as you may think.
Yes, I started doing that about a couple 100 years ago. It was quite enjoyable, actually. What I can say is that you have more allies than you do enemies. Utilize them. Help themselves so that you may accomplish your goal and get home to your family.
And I nod. And I say, are you speaking to Draskin as well?
So Draskin is basically staring at this like black dragon that is as tall as it's kind of like growing a little bit as Draskin's looking at it. It's not much of a conversation. It is like a stare down. So Draskin's just kind of like eye for eye with this black dragon that's just kind of standing there.
And it's growing?
It's like aging. Like it's getting older and getting older. And like you see like wounds start appearing on it. Like on its wings and on its head and things like that.
Has Damien completely disappeared?
Well, once you took your eye off of Damien and looked at the dragon, yeah, you haven't seen Damien since.
Okay. Very slowly, is the shack still there, I should ask?
Yes, the shack is still there.
I'm very slowly going to go to close the door on the inside, and then kind of look at it and remember what Damien said. Hey, dragon, you wouldn't happen to be the Frozen Man, would you?
And the dragon just kind of ages more and more and more, and it's like its teeth fall out and then more grow in, and it's almost like fast forwarding through time.
Right, okay. Not the answering type, got it. Well, okay then. And I'm going to slowly close the door. Go back inside the shack.
And as you close the door and you turn around, you're back standing on the cliff, the mountain. You're not in the shack anymore.
I don't... He sort of like, not really face palms, but like rubs the bridge of his nose. Oh, this is Damien. He sort of like yells out, realizing Damien's nowhere to be found.
And the dragon is still kind of like aging, and it's just looking at you. And it kind of like kneels down and kind of like rests as it gets older and older and older.
How fast is it aging?
Pretty
Like
quick.
really fast or like really quick?
Like it's probably an adult now.
I sheath my bow and I walk up to it about a foot away from it.
Then it looks down at you. Just
It's trying to tell me, big guy.
And it stops aging as you get closer, and it kind of begins to like look happier in a weird way.
Is it like smiling?
If a dragon could smile.
He just starts shaking his head. I'm completely confused.
And as it sits there, it's looking down at you, and you notice well, it begins to slowly age again, essentially. And eventually, hang on, I'm looking for my notes. Okay, so as it kind of ages, you notice that its jaw kind of, well, it kind of like cracks almost in a weird way, and like this green acid kind of comes out of it. And it kind of looks down at you, and it like opens up its wings, and its wings kind of get destroyed, basically, from something, some type of magic or some blast. And it kind of keeps its smile as it ages and ages, and it looks as if it's been through combat after combat after combat. And then eventually it stops, and it looks as though it's about to die. And then it quickly de-ages back the opposite direction. And it just
Draskin is just standing there with his hands on his hip, just staring.
And it goes all the way back. And it de-ages and de-ages and de-ages and de-ages until eventually it goes so quick that you don't really you don't really notice when, but all of a sudden you're kind of like looking at yourself.
Holy shit!
Deep.
And as you're staring, you may not even recognize at first that it's you, but you're looking at one of your kind. And then all of a sudden you might realize that you're looking at yourself.
I sort of just narrow my eyes and look myself up and down, and
and then his wings unfurl, and they're gorgeous. Like they look as though they're stronger than anything.
He's mocking you.
my arms sort of drop to my side, and I look and I sigh and go, "Lucky bastard." What are you trying to tell me?
And he just waves his wings at you, like he brushes snow at you, basically.
I release my wings as well and go, "You may look like me, but we're totally different people."
And he waves his wings at you again.
I mean, I look back at my tattered wings and...
They're not tattered.
My knees just went weak.
So as you look back, your wings are back to normal.
I sort of brush some snow at him.
And then when you look back at him, he is gone. And then actually, as you look again, you look back at your wings and look back at where he was, and you see a frozen block of ice with a, it's a shirtless man kneeled down, and you see the frozen man. And also, just to your left, you see Damien.
I start laughing, and I sort of drop to my knees, and...
Jiven's gonna be so mad.
Yeah. I sort of start laughing, and I drop to my knees, and I look up at the frozen man and go, Dude, that was trippy. What?
I look to the side and I say, "Hey, Draskin,
Hey, Damien.
you are his wings back now?"
Yeah.
Oh,
I look
Draskin
over-
hasn't noticed
I
that
look
yet.
over and I see that. I say, "What the fuck? Why did
Yeah, what?
anything cool?"
I now look back and notice that they stayed, and I go, and I gasped in deeply and reach back and grab at them. And Damien, this is gonna sound weird, but I want you to touch my wings,
No.
please, for me.
I kind of poke it with my staff.
It
Is it
tickles a little.
tangible? Is it tangible? So I can feel it.
Yeah, it tickles a little bit.
I
You feel it.
rock it up into the air.
You don't go very high. You're not like quite used to it. It's like you shoot like in the air and then like you like forget the flap again and you kind of fall back down a little bit. But
You hear whoosh, whoa,
Yeah.
oh shit, whoa.
yeah,
Okay, gotta remember this.
but you land with grace. Like you open your wings and you kind of give enough of like a downdraft to kind of stop yourself from hitting the ground hard. And it'll take some you getting used to, but you feel as though you will eventually be back to your original flying self.
I look at Damien. Does he give out things like this often?
I got a book once. I lost that book, but
Well, was it a useful book during the time you had it?
I didn't really open it.
Um,
Well,
it's kind of awkward.
I guess
He's still like holding his wings. Like one of the left wing is like wrapped halfway around him, while the right one's in both hands, and he's just sort of holding it and just like massaging them.
like, well, I guess we go back down.
Want to ride? Oh wait, I almost fell dragging myself up. That may not work.
We'll take the horses. Are both horses there, or is it just one?
No, they're both there, and they're both like aimlessly wandering around because there's nothing actually they're attached to.
Like, well, I guess we're going back now.
I guess so. He's like not really paying much attention. He's sort of just like looking at his wings and still massaging them.
And Draskin, for now, you can glide 10 feet with your wings.
Nice. Fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Damien, your gift was the knowledge of knowing what to do.
Not just,
Stop being a selfish prick.
Your gift was the knowledge of knowledge.
The knowledge of knowledge.
Yeah, well, I could have gotten a sword with my knowledge.
for the record, look. My end goals are very selfless. Thank you very much.
Calling BS on that.
Whenever somebody ever says my goals are selfless, makes me immediately think that they are not at all.
You
My
guys,
end goal.
you guys will all end up with plenty of cool shit. So,
Speaking of
Someday,
cool shit,
Freya will have more than one gold. It may not be this day.
more than one what?
Gold.
Oh, gold coin. That's right. Okay, I'm like, gold? What are you talking about? But she has one gold coin.
sometime after we make it back to the forest, Jiven asks Vera to hold on to his pouch of gold for a bit.
I mean, to be fair, she doesn't really understand the value of it, so...
But then she can say she's held 100 gold.
I mean, that's true.
I guess me and Draskin are just gonna head back down, by the way.
Yeah.
You find the path is clear. It was a struggle getting up, but getting back down there, the path is definitely clear.
Are any off paths conveniently covered in snow, and it's just kind of one straightforward path?
It almost seems as though the path like got straighter. Like maybe some hidden passageways were melted. So
Got it.
seems like it's a lot quicker getting back down. Hang on, I'm looking for something though. 1 second, sorry. Because I had... Oops. I think I lost it. 1 moment, please. Sorry. Oh, here it is.
Damien, just so you know, whenever we get to like a not really a hill, but whenever we get to like a slope, whenever like a slope comes up, I just unfurl my wings, jump off the horse, and glide down.
Pretty obnoxious.
You gonna burn his wings off?
Super obnoxious, like a 12-year-old girl with a new Barbie toy, just constantly playing with it.
How wide is his wingspan?
They're pretty big, aren't they?
Yeah, they, I think, range from like 12 feet. Let me go look up Dragonfall.
I was gonna say you have like a 10-foot wingspan. It's kind of like.
I know. I'm pretty sure it said in Dragonfall, so let me go check.
Yeah. Damien, as you guys are kind of going down this path, though, you see this like blue banner kind of like rustling in the air, and it kind of blows towards you and kind of like hits you and gets stuck on wrapped around you on your chest.
What? I just walked into it.
It just like blew into you. Like you could maybe even if you tried to dodge it, like it just kind of hit you, and like in your car hits a plastic and gets stuck in the grill.
This is
kind of like that.
I kind of swat it off and like drag it off of me and throw it aside, and I'll look at it.
And it's the same banner you saw on the mountain.
I look up and I say, "I get it."
A cloud formulates into like a thumbs up. No, that doesn't happen.
Damien, Damien digitates the cloud into the shape of a middle finger.
Fuck you.
I'm just now really reading Dragonfolk for after a long time, and just to give you some more detail on what my guy looks like, he's about 5'9" and weighs 80 pounds, so he is super thin. And he actually, his age is kind of hard to tell.
So they all look the same.
That's racist.
That is racist.
Well, I mean, you know, you're a dragon.
You're a dragon.
I don't know how we're gonna
That's the only type of racist that's okay. Dragon racism.
I don't know how we're gonna get back in. I was kind of hoping you guys would sort it out by the time we got back. And it'd kind of be, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to them in a second here.
Question, guys: Are black dragons acid or poison?
Acid.
Yes,
Acid.
they're acid.
Are they acid or?
I had a black dragonborn pal when I had my first campaign. I remember very specifically getting acid very often.
In that case, I have acid resistance. I
Nice.
did not know this.
I'm just kind of hoping you guys deal with this whole revolution, like, you know, in the time.
I don't. I want to shoot something in the face.
Time it walking up and down, so that we can just come in and good.
No, they're with us. We're the leaders of this place now. Come on in.
Sweet.
Watch all of us be like given titles. And you guys are now just poor
Lord Varea. Lord Twiggy of
Lord?
the
It'd
Birds.
be
No,
Lady Maria.
Lord. No, they're all lords.
Knight. She would be a knight. Why would she be a lord or a lady?
Because they're drow. I don't know. They do weird things.
Well, no.
Knight of the realm.
Knight of the realm, obviously.
Yeah. If that happens. Alright, I can't find this, so I will have to fit it in next time. Not that this isn't over yet, though. But anyway. Sorry. Okay, we will cut back to the bloody battle that is over. Eventually, you guys fought your way out of that prison. Twiggy, unfortunately, the sergeant wasn't interested in any type of non-bloodshed ways at the moment. He actually just moved Ray aside, opened the door, and just started cutting people down. you guys eventually fought your way back out of the prison and made your way back to well, you basically followed the princess. Where's her name? Wasn't it Elena or something like that? Elena, wait, where is it? Sorry.
The reason why he didn't want anything to do with me is he has built up stress, and it's just therapeutic to cut people down with a sword.
He says those words. He says, I'm really stressed out, and I must murder all these people who kept me in prison for the last however many years. But you guys follow Elaine.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Back. You guys don't have to do much, though. I mean, he's a fighter. His sword skills are very brute, but he's very strategic and very accurate.
My beefy tank and me.
So you're basically with 3 tanks right now, Twiggy. Although he is more of like a murder tank than anything else.
Rape train going through.
Yeah, just destroying everything.
Okay.
Not that kind. So anyway.
Sure.
You guys get back to the foresty area, and it is very jovial. There have been a lot of losses, and actually there is basically all the dead that were able to be like taken out of the battle as well, are lined up in like a burial area in the forest, and a lot has died. A lot died for this fight, for this one man. And sorry, distractions. Okay. Yeah, so in this burial area, but the king approaches the sergeant, and they hug it out. They're really excited to see each other. They haven't in a long time. So the king, he congratulates all of you guys, and he says, step 2 will be to take the fight to the queen after we do some more recruiting. And he kind of like looks over towards like the line of dead drow that are kind of everywhere in that area. And sorry, I'm looking for notes too. Actually, yeah, that's kind of where we're gonna leave it off. Actually, that's the next step.
Then I have one last question.
But yeah, is there anything you want? Yeah, if there's anything you guys want to do once you get back. But essentially, the king and the sergeant kind of walk off to talk plan and strategy, leaving you guys.
How much EXP?
How much XP?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give XP to all of you guys equally because they did RP stuff and you guys did actual fighting.
Yeah, understood.
Plus 2. Oh, nope, times 2. That's not right. Yeah, you guys all get 10 experience.
Alright, marking it down.
No, it's not 10. I hit the wrong button. 720.
So we should be at
1,400,
200.
What?
Whoa.
1,500 to or 15,200.
I'm at 14,720.
15,220 actually.
Yeah, sorry.
I think I forgot XP from last game.
You might have.
Yeah, I think I gave it out
1,522
when
0.
people left, after some people left, so that makes sense.
Oh, maybe.
But yeah, kind of a shorter session.
The Pet Wars.
So as like a heads up for next session, I'm gonna basically bring you guys back together. So a little heads up there, so you can be prepared for that.
Yeah, Damien.
If I have anything to say about it.
Unless you guys want to do something else, but you said you're heading back, so I expected this to take a little bit longer. Unfortunately, I guess the combat wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be.
Twiggy
Next time,
wants
give
to
us a
get
dragon.
his ring identified.
Which ring were you waiting to get identified?
The one Damien identified, but told us that he couldn't identify because it wasn't good enough.
Oh, that's right. He knows what that ring is, but you don't.
The one that lets us shape change. Well, lets the wearer shape change into the species of whatever he touches, as long as it's a large, medium, or small creature.
That's right.
He has it written down. He knows what it does.
I actually don't have it written down. I just have it memorized.
Wow, that's
I have it
impressive.
written down though, because reasons.
I honestly barely ever write anything down, unless I make it into a story.
Well, you, sir, are a smart person. But yes, is there anything you guys would like to do before I end the stream?
Yeah, I need to spend my money. So, like, what about a magic shop?
A magic shop?
Yeah, places where potions are sell.
Well, at this point, going into the regular Undercity area would be disastrous for you, as you guys are all fighting.
I can just put a hood up. I'm very good at sneaking around.
If there's something in particular you're looking for, though, you could ask amongst the group you're with.
A ring of undercommon?
Nothing in particular. It was more so I wanted to see what they had. Something help the group.
They have a plan to raid the armory of the Queen, so in a future session, perhaps you will be able to find something unique.
All right.
Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah. We're gonna say the king or whoever gave you guys a ring to understand the language.
I wish I knew that. Now I could have actually just done my plan from the beginning. And all of these...
No, he gave it to you now. Like, when you guys got back.
Awesome.
After we proved ourselves worthy.
Twiggy will look at him and be like, you want me to talk to your wife now, get this whole thing sorted out, no one needs to die anymore?
Well, the king sent, like, one of his, people, guards, to kind of give them to you guys. He walks up and says something you don't understand, and then he hands you the 3 rings.
And then I would say, this is to help speak undercommon.
Then as soon as you put them on, you understand the drow guard go, thank you guys for your services to the true king. And he walks away and you guys understand him.
Okay, I'll pose my question to Jiven. Jiven, should I just talk to his wife, get this whole thing sorted out for them, no one needs to die?
Twiggy, we've just killed about a quarter of...
You forget. This is Twiggy. And this
no,
whole thing...
I think... Twiggy, I think you forget. This is Twiggy.
Exactly, this is Twiggy.
That's not a good thing.
Just listen to my plan. Alright? So, first, we know, well, since I've been down here, I know that the drow have fought the black dragons, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then around that time, just after the fighting with it, the queen kicked the king out because she wanted to kill the daughter because the daughter was going to go and betray her, or so that's what the frozen man said, correct?
Is that actually correct? I don't remember.
That's one of the stories that have gone around.
Okay, then before we got transported here because of Damien, we were shown that the black dragon that we fought actually has the ability to turn into the frozen man. So therefore, the frozen man, or quote-unquote frozen man, was actually a black dragon that, since they could not take the Undercity, they instead wanted to put doubt into the queen, saying that the princess is going to betray her, using the frozen man as a decoy so that she would believe him, and topple the city from the inside by destroying the army from either side. So therefore, as soon as we get done and all of the army is extremely weak, the black dragons are going to come in. The end.
I still want to kill something.
We can kill the black dragons.
but I want to kill the queen.
But I thought that you hated dragons more than the queen.
Oh, I hate dragons, but the queen is like 1 point above.
Wow.
You're making this really, really difficult to make the two sides not kill each other so that we can kill the freaking dragons.
Do you think that we will lose?
How about this? How about if I set this all right, we kill off the dragons, then you can go and try to kill the queen.
How about we don't do that, and instead we just kill the queen?
But then we're gonna lose like half of our army. Let's just go and talk this out. She'll say that she was wrong. She got duped by a black dragon. She will understand, apologize.
You do not know the queen very well.
I, in all honesty, I've been searching for the past week for people to tell me about the queen, but no one will freaking tell me about the queen.
Oh, I think we should kill the queen. And like you notice, like 4 more drow like came around you guys having this like discussion. And one's like, "No, we should kill her."
I've talked to 5 people that could actually understand me at the cantina, and out of all of them, none of them wanted to go into this war.
I heard that she made love with the black dragon, and actually Elena's part dragon as well. No, she didn't, you idiot! Like one slaps the other drow, and
drow abuse.
Jiven has this glow in his eye.
And now, like, there's like 2 drunken drow like fighting with each other now. Like, "Don't! How dare you? It's blasphemous! Say that about Elena!" And they're like, then the other one's like looking at Twiggy, like, "Well, I mean, do you think you can pull it off?"
I think I can pull it off.
And we're gonna end the session with 2 drow fist fighting. Another one like on Twiggy's side, and then another one with a scowl like Jiven. Like, no, we're gonna kill the queen.
Now, what are the chances of the queen wanting to have sex with another black dragon?
No.
And that is where we will end the session.
There are going to be 2 dead